Hello there. Welcome to another Language Bites. Join me, Cata, for these minutes in which we're going to see some phrases to use in an interaction. Particularly speaking, we're going to see some tools, some expressions for you when it comes to changing the topic, reacting to what someone has said, and asking for clarification. Now, let's see some changing the topic expressions. For example, by the way, did you finish the report? Speaking of, in this case, deadlines. Speaking of deadlines, how's the project going? Oh, that reminds me, we need to schedule the presentation. And before I forget, let's discuss the team update. These are all expressions that are useful for you when it comes to, well, shifting the direction of the conversation. Perhaps you were talking about something completely different, but you need to ask whether your workmate has finished the report. So, oh, by the way, or before I forget, if perhaps you were not speaking of the deadline, but you were speaking of the project and the word deadline is mentioned, you can say, speaking of deadlines, how's the project going? Or how's, I don't know, the stage going? So, these are all very useful expressions for when it comes to changing the topic in a polite, clear, and concise way. Now, reacting to someone, this is very broad. You may agree, you may disagree, you may show that you're listening. So it's going to be very varied. For example, really, very basic to the point, straightforward, shows you're engaged, shows you are surprised. Really, that's interesting. That's it. Oh, that's terrible. I don't know what the person has told you, but the really is a very good and simple reaction that you can adopt. In Spanish, consider it as an equivalent to de verdad. Or if you're a bit younger, posta. Really? It's the same. Now, of course, you may agree. Typical, I agree, or do you know what? I disagree. Of course, when we talk about disagreeing, we insist on being obviously respectful, but usually providing you reasons for disagreeing. Absolutely. When you absolutely agree with what the other person is saying or suggesting, absolutely, 100%. I'm not sure I agree with that. The last three are used to agreeing or disagreeing, as you can see. No way, I didn't know that. No way, when you can't believe it. Now, before we go, let's see some expressions when it comes to asking for clarification, such as, sorry, I didn't get that. Could you say it again? Or, what do you mean by that? Could you clarify that, please? Or even, I'm not sure I understand. Can you explain it another way? Did you say or in this case, did you say Friday or Monday? All of these very polite ways of asking for clarification. So keep them simple, keep them straightforward. They don't need to be something so complicated. Don't think too much. Learn them and practice them, of course. And mind your tone. So if you are happy, well, show that happiness with your tone and with your face. Really? Or no way. Express. It's not only language that takes part when communicating. It's the whole of you, right? So, as I said, practice, practice, practice. Speaking of practice, do you know what to do? If you access the link in the description box, you'll find two activities on these expressions and more. So make sure to check that out. And if you'd like to practice even more English, well, we have a whole channel. So check that out as well. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.